Hello students, today we are going to discuss about a new chapter, that is the internet and open source concepts. Here we are going to learn about internet, intranet, extranet and about some concepts about the e-commerce. Okay, so first we are going to learn about what is internet. So internet is something which is connected to each other. Here the different devices are connected through a network. What is this network? So net ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So in that all the nodes are connected. Okay, in net all the nodes are connected. In the same way here the network means the workstations of the devices, all those devices are connected to each other. So first is what is internetwork. Okay, internetwork is a connection between those network. Okay, connection between those network. And internet is a collection of individual networks. Okay, it is a collection of individual network connected by intermediate networking devices that functions as a single large network. What are these intermediate connecting devices? Like a hub or any switch or any gateway. So all these comes under the intermediate networking devices, which you have learned in the previous class. So internet is internet is a connection of or a collection of different individual networks which are connected through these connecting internet devices, connecting network devices like hub and all. So next we have different types of internetworks. So first one is internet, and next is intranet, and the other one is the extranets. Okay, what is this internet? Internet is a connection between the two networks. Okay, connection between the two networks or the global public network. Internet is a global public network. So extranet is the wholly owned private internetwork. Okay, internet ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ. Okay, internet ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, what is this internet? So this internet is a global network where all the devices, all the mobiles, laptops, everything is connected to each other so that we can share the data. So internet ಅಂದ್ರೆ this whole ಎಲ್ಲ overall whole global network ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? internet ಅಂತ. So next one to the intranet. Intranet is something which is public, which is privately owned. The network which is privately owned. For example, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that we call it as a intranet, the wholly owned private internetworks. So we call that as a intranet. Next we have the extranet. Okay, extranet is the hybrid internetworks. Okay, it is private networks which are connected to the network. Okay, it is a private different networks and it is connected to the internet. We call that as a extranet. So these are different types of internetworks. So next we have the different types of software. So what is a software? It is a set of instructions given to the computer so that the computer does all the instructions. Okay, so that the computer processes those instructions with those data with the help of these instructions. So what is a software? It is a set of instructions given to the computer so that it works like according to those instructions to manipulate the data. So we have different types of software here. First one is a free software. What is this free software? Software only you can for example ನಿಮ್ಮ mobile play store ಅಲ್ಲಿ you will be having many types of software like Chrome, games, so ಅಥವಾ paid software and free software. So ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ here we have classified this software. So first one is a free software. A free software means it is freely accessible. Okay, ನೀವು ಅದರ ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So those softwares are freely accessible so that you can use and you can apply something or you can do some specific task using those software. So it is a freely accessible and can be freely used, changed, improved, copied and distributed by all who wish to do so. So what is this improved, copied and distributed? So this kind of software is freely available so that we can download that software ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೀ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ OSS, that is open source software. The term open source means the software is used to refer to those categories of software or programs whose license do not impose much conditions. What is this license? So license means here once ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಎ ಪೇಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ nobody others can create that software with the same name. ಓಕೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಅದೇ ನೇಮು ಅದೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬೈ ದ ಪೇಟೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಓಪನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ which is freely available and there is no much conditions on the license. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ತುಂಬ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ದಟ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಎನಿವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮೆಸೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಈಗ ಓಪನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಪನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ again the user can download that particular software. He can use that chatting software for another any if he is creating any social media social friend ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಈಗ ಲೈಕ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್, ಆರ್ಕೂಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೊಸ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಚಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ದೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ನ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ವ ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಎಂಬೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ನ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಓಪನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಆ ಕೋಡನ್ನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Embedding means we are adding that small software, the chatting concept ಏನಿದೆ, ಆ ಚಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಂಬೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಓಪನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಅದನ್ನು OSS ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ OSS, that is open source software. So next we have the free FLOSS. Okay, FLOSS means free, libre and open source software. So OSS can be open source software. So FLOSS means FLOSS, which refers to free, libre and open source software. So libre antandre it is free. Okay, freely available. The term FLOSS is used to refer to the software which is both the free software as well as the open source software. So source code kuda available agide and it is free for the users to download. Okay, it is free for the users to download and the source code is also available for the users. So next we have W3C. W3C is a World Wide Web Consortium. Okay, consortium. This means World Wide Web. So what is the responsible of this company is it will produce the software standards for the World Wide Web. So ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, what is this website? It gives the information about their companies. Okay, web page ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will give the information about the companies and all. So what they will do is the clients can interact with the help of that website to that particular organization. Okay, so ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ವೆಬ್ ಅಥವಾ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ should be launched with the help of this World Wide Web, that is www ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ that is a World Wide Web. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ there will be some standards. So those standards are developed by this W3C. So W3C was created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1994. Who developed this? The W3C at Tim Berners-Lee in 1994. So next we have the proprietary software. Okay, proprietary software. A proprietary software is something the software which by a particular organization. Okay, ಅವರೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರಿಗಾರು that particular software if they need, they can buy that software. So some amount ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು they have to buy the software. The proprietary software or the closed source software is software that is neither open nor freely available. So it is not open nor freely available to the user. Its use is regulated and further distribution and modification either forbidden or requires a special permission by the supplier or the vendor. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it is highly licensed and ತುಂಬ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ನ ಅವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ there will be some amount and there will be some restrictions to use that software. So anta software na we call that as a proprietary software. The source of the proprietary software is normally not available. Source ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So for example like Microsoft Office ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, so that is freely once the genuine software should be buy ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ genuine software ನಾವು ಬೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಂಥವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊಪ್ರೈಟರಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾಟ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಟು ದ ಯೂಸರ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಪ್ರೈಟರಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. Next we have the freeware. Okay, freeware software. The term freeware has no clear definition but is generally used for software which is available free of cost and which allows the copying and further distribution. So the freeware software is a software which is freely available to the user. For example, other gaming software, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು document scanner, so all those softwares are freely available. Cleaning software, okay, CM security, so ಆ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ all those softwares are freeware which is freely available to the user and you can distribute. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಶೇರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. So that type of software we call that as a freeware. Freeware is distributed in a binary form without any licensing fees. So licensing fees ಕೂಡ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. So next we have the shareware software. Okay, shareware software is also a software which is easily shared. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But open source code is not available. What is this source code? Source code is something we write in language. The help of the language, the code we write, we call that as a source code. So source code is not available for this shareware. The shareware is a software which is offered a trial version with certain features only available after the licensed purchase. So ನೀವು ಆಂಟಿವೈರಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ, ಬೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ 1 month ಟ್ರಯಲ್, 2 month ಅಥವಾ 3 month ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ shareware. Some extra features are involved after you buy the licensed ಅಥವಾ genuine software ನೀವು buy ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ you will get some other features. So its source code is not available and modifications to the software are also not available. How we do this modification? So modification means the code we can change. So ನಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ how we can make any changes. So this is about the shareware. Next we have the World Wide Web. What is this World Wide Web? ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ or any website open ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ first you will write www.gmail.com or www.google.com. So that is a www is we call that as a World Wide Web. What is this web? Web means it is a connections, internet. Okay, so world wide, all over the world we have some connections. So a World Wide Web we call that as a website na ನಾವು launch ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we give it to the World Wide Web. So it is a set of protocols that allows you to access the documents on the net through a naming system based on the URL. What is the URL? URL is something which we write on the search place. URL na ಬರೀತೀವಲ್ಲ, http https://www.gmail.com. So that is the URL we write. Okay, in order to open that particular website or web page no open ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we specify the address of that particular software. So ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು URL ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So World Wide Web ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it will set some protocols or some standards so that the protocols, what is this protocol? The protocols is something the rules which we apply on the website development, website development ಗೆ apply ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So World Wide Web also specifies a way the hypertext transfer, that is HTTP, okay, HTTP to request and send a document over the internet. What is this? How we send and receive the document? So web page ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, www.google.com ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So then we will get the Google page where we type something to search. Okay, ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಬ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, it will send it as a request to the server. So that work is done by this, the World Wide Web, and it uses this protocol, that is hypertext transfer protocol, which requests and send a document to through the internet. Okay, we have different types of different properties of the www, that is the attributes of www. First one is it is very friendly, user friendly. So anyone with a minimum knowledge about the computer can easily use this www. Next we have a multimedia documents. So all the animations and videos, audios, everything can be used in this document. That is the multimedia document. Next we have the hypertext and the hyperlink. What is the hypertext? Hypertext is used to design the web page. Okay, tags nalla use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು we design the web page. And hyperlink is a link which is used to connect another page. One web page in another web page ಗೆ connect ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ we use this hyperlink. And it is interactive. What is the interactive? It accepts the interaction of the user. The user can interact with the help of this web pages. That is the World Wide Web pages use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು the user can interact with each other. So that is different properties of World Wide Web. So next we have the advantages of World Wide Web. What are the advantages? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು? So availability of mainly free information. So ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, I want something information about internet ಅಂತ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಗೂಗಲ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it will search all the related documents which is it will search all the documents related to that internet and it will display. So those things are freely available to the user. So that is one advantage of www. Next, low cost of initial connection. So ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ನಾವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೆಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ we can easily get information, that is for a low cost, and it is accessible from anywhere. It is easily accessible. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ವೆಬ್ ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ facilities rapid interactive communication. So online chatting ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ through internet we are chatting with our friends. So that is easily done. Okay, interactive communication can be done. It facilitates the exchange of huge information. So information na easily exchange ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. We can share our videos. Okay, we can share our videos and we can download others videos. So anything can be easily done with the help of this www. And it facilitates the establishment of professional contacts. With the help of this website, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, vendors, so ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ they can interact with they can contact with the organization easily. So it facilitates the access to different sources of information. ಬೇರೆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ we can easily connect to that organization so that there will be a professional contact with each other. So this is a of www. Next we have what disadvantages of www. So ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು most advantage ಆಗಿರೋದಲ್ಲ that will become the disadvantage too. Okay, so danger of overload and excess information. So ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು and ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ lots of information are collected which is overloaded to the computer. So it requires an efficient information search strategy. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ internet for example you have a inheritance. Okay, inheritance ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ if we write it as inheritance ಅಂತ Google search ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ it will give all the information related to inheritance which is related to computers, inheritance which is related to biology. So ಎಲ್ಲ information at a time ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So there will be a jumbling up of information. So there is a requirement of efficient information search. So correctly we should write inheritance with respect to computer. So adu kotre matra we will get a correct information. Next, the search can be slow. If the network connection is slow, then the search can be slow. It is difficult to filter and prioritize the information. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟೈಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರೋಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್. ಸೊ a particular user what he is looking for, it is not clearly visible or clearly understandable. So it will just give all the ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನು ವರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ ಆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಬೈ ದ www. So net becomes overloaded because of large number of users, no quality control over available data. So ಎಲ್ಲರೂ net internet ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, there will be overloaded ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಡೇಟಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ will be slow. So these are the different disadvantages of www. So next we have the telnet. Okay, telnet, what is this telnet? Telnet is a remote login. So it looks like so remote place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು you can access your computer with the username and password. Username and password use ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು you can access the remote computer. So it looks like you are using that computer by using it looks like that you are using that same computer. Okay, but you are not using that directly, you will be in the remote place. So adana now remote login or telnet anta helತೀವಿ, which is also a remote login. So telnet is a teletype network, is an alternate internet utility that lets you to log on to the remote computer system. Telnet program gives you the character based terminal window on another page. What is this character based terminal window? Character based terminal window means, so you should type something, you should type some characters so that you can easily log on to that system. Okay, you can easily log on to that system. You get a login prompt on that system. If you permitted the access, you can work on that system just as you would if you were sitting on the next to that system. So ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು telnet ಅಂತ. ಈ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇರೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಿಟಿಂಗ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಾಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇಟ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸೈಡ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. So next we have the web browser. So web browser is a place we search for the websites. So web page, website na open madake we need some software, we call that as a web browser. A web browser is a software application that enables the user to view web pages, navigate websites and more, move from one website to another website. So Google Chrome Chrome Kindle, Netscape Navigator, and Internet Explorer. All these are the web browsers. So some of the web browsers are Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, so Netscape Navigator, Mozilla Firefox, Opera. All these are the web browsers we use. So next we have the web server. Okay, web server ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it is the main server which serves for the clients. Okay, Google server ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ Gmail server ಇದೆ, Facebook server ಇದೆ, WhatsApp server ಇದೆ. So ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it will give the information to the client. So client ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, it will send a request. So it will send the request for the web page through HTTP, okay, hypertext transfer protocol. Through that the client can send the information to the server, so which is a request to the server. The server, what it will do, it will search for that particular request and it will send the data response to the client. So that is about the web server. The internet host computer that many store thousands of websites. The web server is a www server that response made by the web browser. So example in web server, example Apache, IIS, WPS, and PWS is a personal web server for Windows 90. So Apache ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಬ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇದೇನಂದ್ರೆ, if you are creating a website, then we should launch that website with the help of this web server. So ಈ ವೆಬ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪಾಚಿ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಚಾಟಿಂಗ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಚಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, it should be launched with the help of this web server. So next we have the website. A website is a collection of web pages, images, videos and other digital assets and hosted on a particular domain of the web, www. So website andre gottide, it is a set of web pages. What is a web page? Web page is something which is interactive, a page which displays the information about the organization. So that is a web page. Website is a collection of these web pages and videos, images and all. So each website has a unique address called a URL. What is the full form of URL? Uniform resource locator. Okay, uniform resource locator is a URL. So next we have the web page. The document that can be viewed in a web browser and residing on the website, we call that as a web page. Okay, what is a web page? It is a document which resides in a the web browser and it is from any website. So you web browser open ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು www.gmail.com ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಂದ್ರೆ, so then you will get some page. We call that as a ಒಂದು form ಏನು open ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, we call that as a web page. So next we have the web page. The web page uses the HTTP. What is this HTTP? Hypertext transfer protocol. So it sends and receives the request from the client. It sends the request from the client to the server. So home page, the web page that is starting page and acts as an index page in the home page. So ನೀವು ಇದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ MS ವರ್ಡ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮೆನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೋಮ್, ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್, ವ್ಯೂ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮೆನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ some documents na ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ it is a main page through which we can go to another page. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ www.google.com ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪೇಜ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು Gmail ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಗೂಗಲ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್, ಸೈನ್ ಔಟ್, ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಮ್ ಪೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಮ್ ಪೇಜ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು PUE ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ some information about the view board will be there and there will be different links. If we click on, when we click on that link, it will go to that particular page. So that process process ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, indexed process ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So web page or home page is a starting page and it acts as an indexed page for the home page. So web portal is that facilitates various type of functionality in the website. ಸೊ ವೆಬ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್, ನೀವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ is a website where it is a website of the PU board where a student can interact. Okay, so college portal adu bere irutte where the college principal or committee members can interact with the website. So that is about the web portal. So next we have the URL and domain. So URL, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು URL ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು, what is the URL? So it is the address, okay, address of that particular web page. Okay, address barali we write this URL. So the internet structure of the www is built on a set of rules called hypertext transfer protocol and a page description language called hypertext markup language. Using this HTML, okay, using this HTML we design the web page. So our web page na ನಾವು ಎದಕ್ಕೆ send ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ if we want to download that web page, with the help of we use this protocol, that is HTTP. Okay, HTTP uses internet address. Okay, it uses some internet address in a special format called the URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. So HTTP and multi it will give some address of that particular web page, adanna ನಾವು URL ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So URL is a Uniform Resource Locator that specifies the distinct address for each resource on the internet. So it gives the link. If for example you are receiving the YouTube link of all the classes, so ಅಲ್ಲಿ click on the below link, ಆ link ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, that is the URL of that particular video. So ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು information, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು resource ಗೆ there will be different URLs, that is Uniform Resource Locator. So URLs look like this. You can see here the type, that is here we get the HTTP protocol. So then HTTP://. So here you will get the address, that means a domain name. So if for example www.gmail.com, so www.youtube.com ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ, so YouTube is the domain name, Gmail is the domain name we are giving to the open that website. So slash path ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, the whole it gives the whole address of that particular web page. So next we have the domain name. Okay, what is this domain name? Domain name is a website, the name given to that website. Okay, a name given to that website. If for example ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಅವ್ರದೇ ಒಂದು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ, first they will develop that website and they have to register that website to the domain and DNS ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, domain name service ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ no one else can use that website for their own purpose. ಸೊ ಈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೇಮ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ www.youtube.com ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ youtube.com, YouTube is reserved for that particular software only. ಆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಬೇರೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, and they should not launch that software. So domain name is a internet address which is a character based, is called a domain name. So domain name is a way to identify and locate computer and resource connected to the internet. So using that domain name we search for different websites. Okay, so this type of domain name is also called as host name. A domain name na host name anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So in some website address ಅಲ್ಲಿ we will be having last .com, .in ಅಥವಾ .ac.in ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. What does that mean? So domain ID, that means .com ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ it is a commercial website ಅಂತ. Okay, www.gmail.com. So .com, that reference, it is a commercial website. So next we have .gov ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is a government website. Okay, next we have MIL ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ a military website. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಎಸಿ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು pue.kar.ac.in ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಎಸಿ refers that it is an academic software, it is related to education. Okay, next .edu, it is also an education software. Next .org ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is a organization. org refers, it is a organizational website. Okay, next we have that e-commerce. What is this e-commerce? So ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. So you know all the properties and all the details about this e-commerce. So because you will be using it daily. Okay, e-commerce na daily use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Paytm ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, online shopping, Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart. So all these are doing this e-commerce. So what is this e-commerce? E-commerce means electronic trading. Okay, it is an electronic trading, that is online trading, where we sell the goods or buy the goods. Okay, where we sell the goods or we buy the goods. So that is the e-commerce. E-commerce is a trade of goods and services with the help of telecommunication or computer. So through phone, telecommunication means through phones or through the computers we do the business. Okay, adana e-commerce anta. E-commerce involves the automation of variety of business to consumer transaction through the reliable and secure connection. So with the help of with the secure connections we use this e-commerce. So online ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ what you will do, for example Amazon ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ what you will do, you will search for the required product there and you will click on that required product. Okay, first you will search for the required product and then you will select that particular product and you will see all the reviews. So then you can match with others also. Okay, ಯಾರು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದೇ but for example you are buying any clothes, you can compare other clothes also, and after comparing you can buy that software. You can give the address. Okay, you can give the address and you can buy the software. After buying that you have to pay it online. Payment mode anta ಇದೆ. So online ಅಲ್ಲಿ pay ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ cash on delivery ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. After that you buy that software and after that it will be delivered to the particular address. Okay, and you can address specify ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು particular address ಗೆ ಅವರು ಯಾವ specify ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಆ address ಗೆ they will ship the product. So this is about the e-commerce. We have different types of e-commerce. Okay, we have different types of e-commerce. So first one is business to business. Okay, business to business, B2B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, one business organization is sending or selling or buying something from another business organization. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ business ಎರಡು organization will be doing the business. Okay, that is call it as a B2B, that is a business to business e-commerce. So here the exchange of services or information are produced from one business to another business partners. So example ಏನಂದ್ರೆ Intel selling microprocessor to the Dell. Here Dell is also one company and Intel is also another company. So Intel will be producing these microprocessors or manufacturing those microprocessors and they will be selling it to the Dell company. Okay, Dell is a laptop company where they develop or where they manufacture these laptops. So that is about the business to business. So next we have the business to consumer. Here consumer is a person who buys the things for his use only. Okay, he will not again sell it again. The consumer is a person who buys something from the vendor or business person. So the exchange of service and information or a product from the business to consumer. Okay, Dell selling me a laptop example. So if we buy any laptop, here I will be the consumer and the Dell will be the business person or the company. Okay, that is about the business to consumer software. Next we have the consumer to business. Okay, consumer to business. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, the person, the business person is taking the help of the consumer. So consumer will be selling the things and business person will be taking products from the consumer. Here the customer directly contact with the business vendors by posting their project work with a set of budget online, so that a needy companies review it and contact the customer directly with the bid. So if for example if a person is developing a software, okay, ಅವನು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, then he will tell or he will write some letter to all the companies that I have some software like this and this, and the whole description of that software. What they will do, so ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, you have to give me that software ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ. So that is here the consumer selling is a product to the business person. Okay, that is a consumer to business. So next we have the consumer to consumer. So consumer ಇಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So they will send the second hand ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, we will use that particular product and we will again send it to the another consumer only. Okay, example OLX ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಲ್ವಾ, that is an example for this consumer to consumer e-commerce. So next we have the advantages of e-commerce. What is the advantage? It will save the time. Okay, we can easily compare the different products without going anywhere. Okay, now ನೀವು ಕೂತಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That's why it will save the time and it will be speedy. Okay, buying and selling can be done online at any time. That is a 24-hour ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. It provides faster payments to electronic fund transfer. E-transfer ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ we can send or receive the money easily. So online payment reduces the work of carrying money to the shop and also saves money. The customer can search for competitive prices quickly before purchasing the items. So ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಅದರದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್, ಸೊ we can easily compare that particular price with other vendors also. So ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ we can compare. So that can be done easily. Next we have the wider choice of item selection. We have lots of choice there, so we can easily access the selection. Without going to the shops, customer can view the product through website, thus it saves the time. So these are the advantages of the e-commerce. Next we have the disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage, what will be the disadvantage? So internet ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು, that is a disadvantage. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ the quality will be not clear in the ನಾವೇನು ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ಕ್ಲೋತ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ the quality will be not clear for the user. So there may be a chance of losing money. So insecure transactions ಇರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ money loss ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. So initial cost is high. E-commerce website needs to be protected from virus attacks and hackers. So needs more security. Some company may charge more for shipping and other transport. So shipping ಗೆ transporting ಗೆ they will take extra money. Okay, there is a possibility of credit card number theft. Okay, ನೀವು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ನ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಕರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ CVV ನಂಬರ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಫೇಲಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಅನ್ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವೇನೋ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರ, ಪೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ money. So these are the advantages of e-commerce. So this is about the e-commerce and internet source and internet and open source concepts. So here we have learned what is internet, intranet, extranet, and something about different softwares, okay, freeware, shareware. Okay, so everything here learned here. Next we have learned about something about the e-commerce, online transactions and websites, web pages. So all this comes under this internet and open source concepts. So ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Shareware, what is the shareware, expand www and write something about e-commerce, write different types of e-commerce. So I hope you have learned something from this. So this is about internet and open source concepts. Thank you.